Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on Day Labor, a movie that's basically the world's most dangerous game, but done with illegal aliens. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This pretty much sums up the entire movie right here. It's going to be the world's most dangerous game, except it's they're using day laborers in order to run the game, right? So, for those of you who don't know, the world's most dangerous game is Man, and it's about guys who are going to hunt illegal aliens. Maybe they lured them there, maybe they picked them up at Home Depot or whatever. I mean, that's it. That's the whole movie. So they hunt them, and then the day laborers turn the tables on their hunters, and they survive. Some of them. It looks like yet another movie where they just bash America, bash white men, bash pretty much anything lefty Hollywood can bash. Guns, I'm sure that is a very anti-gun movie, because like this could happen. It doesn't make any sense on its surface. Like, it kind of made sense back in the day. The original movie made sense because it was rich guys hunting a bum, and they did a little research, and you would feel like, oh, these rich guys got this guy dead to rights, and he's gonna turn the tables on him because he happens to be a war veteran or something, and you root for him because the guy's a war veteran. In this movie, it's so cartoony. It's like they're going out of their way, in my view, to force you to side with the laborers completely, when they kind of don't need to. They don't even need to make it that obvious. And this is the second sort of version of this movie. The other one was even more blatantly political. It was the one where the Democrats were hunting the Republicans, essentially. This one is more like the rednecks. You know, it's what they do to rednecks in movies is, a crime, essentially. It's so tiresome when they portray a Southern person as racist, gun nut, ignorant, you know all the tropes. It's just so tiresome. I get so tired and bored of it. You people have no other ideas. You rely on cliche after cliche. You know? It's sad. And while you're relying on these cliches, there are perfectly viable stories out there that have never been touched, almost never, because people are afraid. They'll never get the green lighting for it, or they just don't want to touch it politically. If you want movies to survive, you can't keep making movies like this. You just can't. I mean, setting aside the politics of this movie, at a time like this, you're going to release this now? Now? Like 20 years ago, if you released this movie, maybe. Maybe it'd have been like, ooh, it's a bit edgy, okay. Now? You're going to release this now. They got the borders wide open. Wide open. And yet, you're still hammering the same narrative. Open borders are good. Illegal aliens, good. People who sneak into this country, they're not breaking the law. They're just good people. I mean, God forbid you make a story that's got even a semblance of reality. This relies on tropes, and on both sides, I think. I mean, as tropey as the rednecks are, I can't imagine what they do with the Mexican characters if they're Mexican. I assume they're Mexican. They appear to be that way and sound that way, although we don't really get much characterization from them. They're too busy harping on, see how racist these guys are? See how racist and evil they are? Oh, this is going to be a good movie. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And it has nothing to do with the plot. It's very exploitive, this plot. It feels very poorly manipulated fluff, I would say. And it kind of irks me, this movie. It really does. Just because it's lazy, you know? The World's Most Dangerous Game. It's a classic setup. And this, again, a shadow of a shadow of a shadow, in my view. You know? Even that one about Democrats versus the Republicans, at least that one was a little more honest. This just feels gross. It's gross. Oh, what's the issue? Oh, immigration. Yeah, let's do a movie like this. So first act, the illegal aliens come to this country, or they're lured here probably by the evil rednecks for the promise of jobs, only to I don't know, they drink something, fall asleep, wake up with these collars on that they can't remove, and that if they do remove, they explode or die or whatever. And now the guys, the rednecks, hunt them one by one. They're never going to let them go. They've committed a horrible crime. So there's no reason to believe there's any honor in such cartoony, two-dimensional evil people. But okay, let's like pretend. And then second act, they're hunting them, and at first the day laborers, one of them dies, and the other three, and one gets injured, and the other two are like, we gotta kick up our game here. Next thing you know, they're turning the tables. Maybe they injure or kill one. Eventually they get a gun and really start turning the tables, and that's when the rednecks cheat, of course, but somehow the plucky illegal aliens probably win in the end, I'm gonna guess. So, or at least two of them survive, I'll say. So it's billed as an action thriller. Here's the write-up. A Latino American veteran who seeks work as a day laborer in order to keep his family afloat. A regular day turns into a deadly game of survival when he's mistakenly dropped off at a private ranch in El Paso, Texas, to be hunted for sport. How about this? Any plot that's been parodied by The Simpsons is over. Like, let's just put that on the shelf and say, oh, that's done. That's Simpsons did it. Let's be done with it. How about that? How about that? And then we can move on to something new. Anyhow, it's just my opinion. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble later for our other more base takes. I will be at Richland, New Jersey, at the Richland Vintage and Toy Fest. It's at Shoreline Vintage in the side and backyards there. The big old flea market. It's pretty cool. So I'll be there until about 3. And then I'll be back, I guess, doing videos. Sunday, I'll be at the Flemington Book Fest. So check that out from 10 to 6. And I will be doing my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Then Sunday, probably late, I'll be doing a live stream. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.